So good evening everyone again. I'm David, I'm the driver of Wagon Tel Aviv. I'm really thankful to have you all tonight for our demo day after 9 weeks. It's been very, 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 very good for all of us, I think. Very tough, I think. Tonight is our 5th demo day here in Tel Aviv and 264th demo day worldwide. So we can clap for that because I think it's a big number. Guys, tonight you will discover 4 amazing applications that have been done in 10 days by our fabulous, amazing students. I know the accent is quite nice. I know it. I got used to it. I remember all of you from day one. Most of you didn't know how to code, didn't know even how to write one line of code, and now you are able to present something that you will see soon. Before we start this exciting night, I will tell you about Le Wagon. Le Wagon started in Paris 6 years ago with 5 students, and now we became the biggest coding bootcamp in the world with more than 35 locations worldwide. We've been around the world for 3 years, the #1 coding bootcamp in the world, so we need to clap for that. I'm very excited tonight. Very excited. So our 9-week bootcamp is super intensive. It's 5 days a week, 10 hours a day, more than 450 hours of coding. We teach you how to create something amazing after 9 weeks. So guys, how we do that? What's our program? We teach full stack web development. Full stack means front-end and back-end. Front-end, it's everything you can see on the screen. All the buttons, the user journey. And who here is not a developer? Please. Okay, so front-end basically is what you all care about. So that's really important. And the back-end is the engine that holds everything together. In Le Wagon, we start with coding basic, OOP, object-oriented programming, go through with databases, front-end development to finish with a modern web framework called Ruby on Rails. Ruby on Rails is what companies like Airbnb, GitHub, Fiverr, Twitter were built on. At the end of the 9 weeks, you will be at a junior developer level. This means that you will be able to quickly prototype any type of web app. You will be facing a choice, like all our students right now. What you want to do? Continue your entrepreneurial journey, or maybe become a junior developer in a startup, or become a freelancer. Today, not today actually, 3 days ago, we reached 5,000 students worldwide, 5,000 alumni. So let's clap for that because it's amazing.
Thank you, David. Yes, hello everyone. Welcome from me as well. Thanks for the introduction. My name is Clara, and I'm the lead teacher of Le Wagon Tel Aviv. And as David said, I just moved to Tel Aviv 3 months ago for this job. I was teaching in Berlin previously, and I want to direct the word to all my students. Some are here, I don't see the other ones. Thank you for making the first 3 months in Israel such a great time. I've really been blessed by having such a batch as you guys. You've been incredible, and you have made life really easy for me. So thank you so much. And you should be proud of yourselves. I'm really proud of you because you built really cool products, and we're gonna have a look at them now. As I said, I just moved to Israel, and if you decide to live abroad, that means you spend a good portion of your vacation days not booking this little cute Airbnb on a Greek island. No, you actually go home to your home country to visit family and friends. Wouldn't it be nice if you could combine both? You go on vacation and you meet your friends somewhere. Let's see if Joe has a solution for us with Joyash.
Hey, Max. Good, how are you? Great. Cool, how's everything going in Tel Aviv? I'm sorry to hear that. Listen, I'm here in Paris, and things are going well. Really enjoying my time here. Been here for a few months now, and I wanted to talk to you. How would you like to go on that trip that we've always wanted to go on? Okay, cool. How about, let's say, from the 17th to the 24th? Does that work for you? Okay, cool. And just so we could be on the same page, my budget, I'm willing to spend, I'd say, up to 900 euros. How does that sound for you? Okay, cool. I was thinking, how about London? Max, every time we have this conversation, you're like, let's go to Berlin. We're not going to Berlin. We're not going to Berlin. No. Max, we did not accomplish any... Classic Max. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and do what I normally do when I try to book my flights. I go onto Skyscanner, and okay, so I'm coming from Paris, and Max is coming from... Ooh, that's no good. How can I find flights for each of us if I'm coming from Paris and he's coming from Tel Aviv? It's no good. But with Joyage, what I can do is I can be coming from Paris. Max is coming from Tel Aviv, okay? We agreed that we would go from the 17th to the 24th. And, okay, we agreed we'd be willing to spend at most 900 euros per person. And knowing my friend Max, he's definitely going to want that city life. Hit those clubs. Right, Max? Can't blame him. The guy works his butt off. Can't blame him. And the rest looks good. I'm going to see what Joyage has to offer. I'm going to be honest, I'm feeling very hopeful because most of the time when I have to book flights with friends who are coming from different places, it's a huge hassle. Like, there's so much back and forth. I'll find flights for me and flights for him, but the prices will just be all over the place, and it really takes a while to get to a conclusion. So far, with my experience with Joyage, feeling very hopeful, and I'm looking forward to just honestly seeing Max. I mean, the guy, we go way back. Okay, so I got a few results here. Hello, Amsterdam. Okay, I'm really happy with what I see. I see Amsterdam, less than 250 euros per person. Wow. And Dubai, less than 600 euros per person. Okay. And New York. Okay, New York. Always wanted to go to New York. So I'm going to check out the flights that we found for New York. On second thought, New York, summertime, it's hot. It's really hot. And also, I found way better options at way better prices. And Amsterdam really caught my eye. So I'm going to check out the flights for Amsterdam. Okay. So I would be departing at 8:15. And then on my return, going from Amsterdam back to France, I would be leaving at 6:40. Okay, so my itinerary looks good. I'm down. Like, I would even go without Max. Like, this is awesome. But still want to make sure everything's okay with Max. Max's itinerary leaves at 6 from Tel Aviv, and then on his return, leaves at around 11:30. Okay, I'm ready to book, honestly, but first, just want to send this over to Max, make sure we're on the same page. So I'm going to share this with Max, copy the link, and now I'm going to go onto Facebook and just shoot it over to him in a message. Okay, and now I'm going to go back to Joyage, and I'm ready to book. Like, let's go. I'm down. Who's excited? Yeah! I know I am. Okay, so I'm going to check out here, and I'm actually going to quickly call Max up. Hey, Max? Listen, you're not going to believe this. I found a trip for us to Amsterdam, a flight for me from Paris, a flight for you from Tel Aviv, the dates that we want, the price that we want, the type of experience that we want. It's unbelievable. How did you do that? Joyage.
A little behind the scenes for this project, the guys actually had a really big challenge. Just imagine how much data gets processed when someone makes a search like this. Yeah, there's no destinations. They have to go through the whole internet, and they did an incredible job. Well done, guys. a lot of my friends have smartwatches, and they track all kind of data with it. Like, they track how their heartbeat is, they track how many workouts they do per day, but sometimes I feel like this is not enough. What if you have reoccurring headaches and you want to track those, or you feel a certain way and you want to just have a list of your feelings throughout a month? A smartwatch is not enough for this, but I feel that Melissa and Gabby have a solution for that.
So I live in Tel Aviv, and as most people know, Tel Aviv is a really fun place, right? Right? Really fun place. But it comes with a lot of anxiety and stress. For example, a cockroach running through your apartment in the middle of the night, no one likes that. Or every night your friends want to go out, but you've been in minus for a week. That happens all the time. But really, the most stressful and anxiety-ridden thing about this country and this city is the buses. And basically, I was going to work one day, I walked to the bus stop, Move It tells me 5 minutes. Okay, I can handle 5 minutes. 5 minutes rolls around, no bus. 10 minutes, no bus. 15, no bus. 20 minutes, the bus shows up, great. I don't care, I need to get to work. I get on the bus. I don't know what happened. Everyone woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Everyone's screaming, the bus driver's screaming, the person's screaming on the phone. I don't know what's going on. Whatever. I put on my headphones, I sit down, and I go to Facebook. Start scrolling through my feed, and I'm getting all these ads on my Facebook. It says feelings, anxiety. I'm like, is Facebook listening to me? Are they really listening to what's going on? Like, this is really bizarre. What's happening? So I keep scrolling, and I come across this thing that says Lifeline. Something like, learn your feelings, get to know yourself, understand yourself. I said, that's pretty interesting. So I decided to sign up for Lifeline. Basically, I've been using it for about a month now, and it's crazy the things that it can do. I'm actually better understanding myself. I'm organizing my feelings. It's crazy. And it's always the first thing I do every day when I open the app is I go in and I press check-in today, and this takes me directly to my mood. So I can look and see, how am I feeling today? I'd say right now at the moment, I'm feeling pretty okay. So I'm going to swipe the wheel. I'm going to turn it until I get to okay, and then I'm going to click add. Now once I get there, it takes me to a calendar. There's a ton of bubbles. What do these bubbles mean? What's going on? It's kind of a little overview of kind of how I'm feeling. And I see on July 1st, there's 6 bubbles. Like, what could have happened on July 1st that I felt the need to track my feelings so many times? So I'm going to click on July 1st. And I can see that when I click on July 1st, I was angry, I was sad, I was anxious. What could have happened this day that I felt the need to track my thoughts so many times? But you know what? I actually think I wrote a journal entry about that because I knew I would forget. And I thought, it might be a good thing to remember. So I'm going to go to my journal page. I'm going to click on the little book at the bottom. I'm going to look for July 1st. Oh, the header, bizarre day. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So I'm going to go ahead and click on bizarre day. Okay, what a crazy day today. I was on the bus, and this person next to me decided it was okay to take their disgusting shoes off and start touching their feet. I do not understand. I do not understand. It makes more sense now. I really had a lot of feelings that day. I wanted to track them. I wanted to understand them. And one of the best things about this app is I can really look at my feelings over the last month, even the last week. So I'm going to click on the stats at the bottom of the page here, and it's going to take me to my mood stats. I always viewed myself as such an anxious person. I'm anxious every day, but I only marked it 4 times this month. So maybe I'm not so anxious. Maybe I'm doing okay. Maybe I'm great. I'm mostly great. That's awesome. And so that's good. Now I want to check out my pain, kind of see, did I have some headaches, some stomach aches? I know they happen every once in a while. And, that's all right. Looks pretty average. I can handle that. Next, I'll check my exercise. How did I do with my exercise this past week? I wouldn't say too great, but I'm not going to complain. It was enough to get by. But really, the thing that ties all of your emotions together is your sleep. As long as you're sleeping enough, it's okay. So I'm going to click on sleep. Yep, I slept pretty well, and it makes sense. And really looking at all of this, I can see that I'm doing okay. Things are really good, and I'm really understanding that I'm okay. I can handle this city. And so the last thing I want to do, I want to go back to my journal here. And I'm going to record a video of how I'm feeling right now. So I'm going to click on record video. I'm going to click on the video button here. I'm going to click take the photo or video. Take a little video. And I'm feeling great. This is Lifeline. Come on.
What a cool project. Girl power. Also, I want to mention, this was the bootcamp, my first batch I was teaching, which had more women than men in the course. And I think it's only the second time this happened in Wagon globally. So I'm very proud of that, too. When you decide to learn something new, how do you approach that? How do you learn new things? Well, I personally go on Google, I open 15 tabs in my browser, which I then lose because I accidentally close my browser. My bookmarks are super messy also, so I never really get hold of learning and organizing resources. But I hope Axel has a solution for us.
So I don't know where you would be tonight had your friends and family members not forced you to spend your Thursday evening here, but I would be on a date. I started seeing this girl recently. She's a yoga teacher and a meditation teacher. Her name is Emily, and it has been going great. The only problem is that I know nothing about either yoga or meditation. So as Clara has said, usually what I would have done, the same thing, go to Google, go to YouTube, find some resources, and then get overwhelmed by all the results I get back. Well, not anymore. Because recently I started using Cogni. And the reason I love that website is because it actually allows me to find the information I want, filtered by the media type I like most. So maybe I'm looking for articles, for books, or for podcasts. They have me covered. The best thing about that is that I can put all these resources in knowledge boards, share them with other people, and look into boards of other users and actually find out even more. So let's see how that works. I said I wanted to look for meditation. So we searched for meditation. Helpfully, they have this slider here where you can adjust the difficulty of the resources you're getting returned. It's a Star Wars scale, so I don't want to go full Yoda on this girl. You know, I don't want to bore her with the length and difficulty of the articles. I think the Jedi level is actually pretty good. They're kind of long, they're not too superficial, so let's see what Cogni has for us. And right now, all the heavy lifting is happening. So they're looking for the resources, they're filtering them, and they're actually ensuring that what is returned to me is very easy to understand. So on here, I see the resources. I have all my books, my articles. I have my videos and also my podcasts. And at one glance, I can see which books other people in the community love most. So if we look at this one book called Meditations, that seemed to be very popular. Oh, Meditations by Marcus Aurelius, written in Greek, 300 pages. Okay, let's not do that. Maybe we rather go to this article with 23,000 likes down here. Okay, that is about a meditation retreat. It tells me how long it is, 24 minutes, so it's a nice read. I don't have time to go to the resource right now, but let's save it to a board so I can go back to it later. Let's have a look as well what else has been returned. So we don't bother with videos now. I'm not a big video fan, but let's see the podcasts. What do we have on the podcast side? So the most best podcast seems to be the Serenity Now Cooking as Meditation. That is actually pretty good. It's a 43-minute listen, perfect for my commute. Let's save this to my board as well. So I saved these two resources to my board. I want to get an overview of all the resources I had previously saved. So I go to my boards and I can see what I've put together and also what I'm sharing with the community. So on here I see all my boards. For example, my wine board. If you're anything like me, sometimes in the restaurant when the waiter comes, gives you the wine menu, you have no idea which wine to pick, you should maybe follow my board. Other boards I'm sharing is about the history of Israel, Meditation 101, so I'm happy to share that with people. But I also have boards on there that are private, my guilty pleasures. I'm not going to share with you. The I is crossed out, so you won't see that. What's happening between Brittany and me is just, my own thing. I'm not sharing that with the community. Speaking of the community, though, I need their help. Because on Saturday, we're actually going to go cooking on my date. Now, the only problem is that she's a vegan. I love shawarma. So I know nothing about veganism. Let's go to Discover and see what other people had the same problem and what resources we can find there. Okay, so here are all the boards people put on to share with the community. Let's look for vegan cooking so I can get some inspiration. Oh, there's a lot of boards here. We have vegan essentials, plant-based diet. That doesn't look too interesting. Vegan cheese. Now I love real cheese. If we go further, okay, tofu diaries. Okay, let's go to the tofu diaries. That's an interesting board, it seems. Okay, what is this about? The essential guide for a carnivore taking baby steps in the world of vegan cooking. That sounds like me. Also, this board has a nice indication on top, the colored bar. It shows me what kind of resources there are in. It's mainly articles and books, a couple of videos, and some podcasts. That's perfectly exactly what I like. Let's follow that board. So whenever it's being updated, I know about that, and I actually get these updates. Great. I think at this point, actually, it's up to me now to go to these resources, do my research. Cogni helped me, made it a lot faster, and helped me to discover these resources. So I think there's only one thing left to say and ask you actually now. So please wish me luck for my date.
I think there are two types of people in this world. Those who are always on time and those who are always late. I am personally always on time, good German. In fact, I'm always 15 minutes early. And let's be real, like the punctual ones, we always carry the burden. We keep this table free in the crowded restaurants, and we answer the question, is this chair taken? Yes, it's taken. I'm waiting for my friends who are late. We also buy the tickets in the movie theater before the best seats are sold out. I don't want to sound bitter, but wouldn't it be cool if we could just pay back to those who are late a little bit? Ben, where are you?
Man, where is Axel? This guy is always late, and he knows we have this big presentation tonight. You'd think that he would be able to make it on time for once, especially for a night such as this one, right? But as usual, he's not here, and I'm sure that all of you guys have felt the same way as I feel right now. You know, having to wait for someone and not having anything to do while you're waiting for them. Well, wouldn't it be nice if there was something that you could do while you waited for them? Then let me introduce you to this cool new app called App to Wait that lets you challenge your friends, set up your times for the challenge, enjoy your wait, and best of all, you get to embarrass them for being late. So let's dive right into this and challenge Axel right now because he's not here. So now I get a list of all the different challenges that I can choose from. And if I'm not feeling particularly decisive tonight, I could always choose a random challenge by clicking random up top. But for now, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the challenges we have. So we have the push-up, nah, the call, doesn't sound too interesting. Let's go ahead and take a look at the shot. So I can see that the three parts of the shot are A, to take a shot if you're a bit late. I'm sure he's going to like that one. B, to take a shot without your hands if you're a bit more late. That's interesting. I'm not sure how he's going to pull that one off. Or C, if he's extremely late, he's going to have to take 3 shots within 2 minutes. So I can see that the challenges do get more interesting and also more embarrassing the longer I have to wait for Axel. But this challenge right now, I'm not sure how I feel about this tonight because, after all, I don't want to burden you guys with the consequences of drunken Axel afterwards. So I'm probably going to head back to all of the challenges. And I'll keep looking, I'll scroll down, and maybe let's take a look at the air guitar challenge. So for this one, I can see that Axel is probably going to have to do a nice air guitar performance. He might have to add some rock and roll dancing to it, and potentially even sing along. So this one sounds a bit more fitting to this environment. It's still very funny and extremely embarrassing. So I'm just going to go ahead and choose Axel as the person who's being late and start the challenge. And I'm going to get to this nice overview of the challenge that I just sent to Axel, which he gets notified through an email for. But I'm not super fond of the default times that I see on the board right now. So I would like to make the game a bit more interesting. So I'm just going to go ahead and set my own times. And now I get a board with a bunch of different times. And I can select what I want to do for each challenge. So for the first part of the challenge, I'm going to be a bit mean on Axel tonight for making me wait. So I'm going to give him 1 minute to arrive for the first part of the challenge. And I'll try to be a bit more reasonable for the second part. Let's give him 10 minutes for the next part. And for the final part, we'll give him 35 minutes. And I'll just set these times. And OK, cool. So it looks like the countdown got reset to my adjusted times. And Axel has 1 minute now to arrive before doing the first part of the challenge. But what can I do in the meantime? Let's go ahead and take a look at some videos of previous challenges. So here I have a list of all the different videos from all of the different challenges that have already been done. Let's take a look at Ben's super awesome handless shot video. All right, so yeah, as you can all see, I mean, I was late to meeting with Elon a few nights ago, and he challenged me to the shot challenge. It's not as easy as it looks to drink a shot without your hands. But anyways, let's go on, and let's see if anyone has already done the air guitar challenge. So I'm going to go ahead and filter by air guitar. All right, so I get 2 videos at this point. Let's go ahead and take a look at Elvis in the House. All right, that was a great performance by Max. Truthfully, I kind of wish that next time I meet up with Max, he's still going to be late, just so I can get to see this performance one more time. But anyways, at this point, I'm going to go ahead and check on the status of my challenge. And oh, would you look at that? The first part of the challenge is over. And here. Yeah, no, man, you're late. You have to do the first part of the challenge. You got to do the air guitar.
Okay, let's do it. Yeah!
And now that Axel has done his video and it's up on the internet for everyone to see, and it's super embarrassing, right? Hopefully he's not going to be late again next time that we meet up. And so just remember that next time you're meeting with friends and they're all late, don't hesitate to use App2Wait to send them some embarrassing challenges. Thank you very much. And